A few moments ago, as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel, they're ready to go as they get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Trevor Davis now to return. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. All day. All day.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Boom.
Jumbo! Blue 58! Jumbo! 319!
On second down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Go to 50! 319! 319!
On second down, Montgomery. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Let's go, hey, let's go, hurry up.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Khalil Mack in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, check 26. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Uncorks one for Davis. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got it first and goal at the 7. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On first down, Carr. And Nelson's got it here right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Here we go.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43.
Get set. We're waiting. Hey, 7:34.
On first and 10, here's Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon. So
3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. A first carry now from Marshawn Lynch. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. And Carr's going to keep it himself. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
694.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. His throw incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mario Edwards getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a 1st down when you want 3, get a little bit closer, making it easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
So out come the Raiders. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 73 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Down. Right.
They'll run for it with Lynch. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. from back at the 4. Here's 2nd and goal.
Get down.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook from 4 yards out. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. To throw is Rodgers. Rolling to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, in on the stop.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end, Graham. Packer 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
88.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Yeah, Liz. Zoom. Get it.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Finds his target, Montgomery. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Get reset. Hey, easy.
They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Here we go.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams as the first half is winding down. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Washington to begin the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throw on second down. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Switzer now to return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
694.
On second down, Lynch. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
618.
first down, the run with Lynch. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Second down, Washington. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Short throw pick-6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out and following the pick-6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Carr. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Carr now on first down. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
24.
Carr now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr gives to Marshawn. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll run to Marshawn Lynch. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. On the give, this is Lynch. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now they'll throw with Carr. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Nick Perry able to get him for a loss of about 3. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Down! 180!
Back now at Lambeau. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Shotgun now for Carr. He completes it to Bryant. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long.
Get down! Get down! 180! 180!
They'll give it to him up the middle. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hey. Monday, 7:34.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Hey, 88! Let's go, come on. 319 to 9.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And Graham's got it, complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Go,
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. second down. Williams. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Emmanuel Lamar. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Get him, boy. Yeah, that's how we do, D.
That's fine.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On play action, Rodgers. That's caught by Adams. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And the Raiders have got him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hurry up.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And he's going to go down again. Emmanuel Lamar in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
That's how we do it.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They run again on 1st down. Lynch, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6-18. Get down. We're waiting.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They had a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Everyone's got 4 down.
No. 319. Hey, check 26. Hurry up.
Rodgers looking to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. On play action. Now Rodgers steps away. And Davis has it over the middle. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And a big 32-yard play on third.
Let's go. Come on. Hurry up.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.